Hey y'all, it's Bennett, and it's time for another pickups video. I'm back. It feels like it's been forever since I've done one of these, but, you know, haven't been a whole lot of pickups lately. It's been way too hot to go to the yard sales, like, you know, melt your dog on the sidewalk kind of hot, and it's been slim pickings at the thrift stores. So, and I'm trying to save some money for an event coming up. So, my usual pickups have been curtailed a little bit by a few of those factors, but I'm back again. So, let's get right to it. This first thing is something that I guess probably should have gone in an unboxing video, but you know. Oh well, next time. Whatever. Anyway, got these online on Mercari. You can see a little baggie here. And it's Madden 2000 for the Game Boy Color. And Nigel Mansell's World Championship Racing for the original Game Boy. So as some of you may know, I still have a large number of empty boxes for Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, DS, and other similar handheld kind of things. So yeah, I have lots of empty boxes that I'm trying to fill in, and Nigel Mansell's one that I've been looking for to fill in the box. So there we go. It was strange. I actually they came together in the purchase, and I actually bought these twice. I saw them on Mercari and they were listed for $5 plus shipping, so I ordered it up, and a few days later it said it's been canceled, sorry, and then it was like delisted or something. So bummer there. And then a few weeks later, it kind of randomly showed back up on Mercari, and so I bought it again from the same person, but this time it actually got sent. So here we go, Nigel Mansell, Madden 2000. This is just going in the old Game Boy Color box, but this is going in the official Game Boy Nigel Mansell's Championship Racing box, and will go on the shelf as such. I know that's very exciting. Alright. Now, moving on to the thrift store pickups. Like I said, I haven't been doing yard sales lately because it's just not worth the horrifying heat. So, but thrift stores, I've had a couple of decent pickups lately. So, first of all, got this little Rampage arcade unit. I haven't actually confirmed that it works because you know, it just need a screwdriver to open the battery case, but I have several of these. I have like a Frogger, I think it's Frogger, and I have Joust and maybe Pac-Man. Anyway, I have a few of these already on the shelf, and I think they're cool little, they're not like perfect arcade recreations, but it's a cool little novelty to put up on the shelf. So there we go, and hopefully this will work just fine. And I'll have Rampage to join the crowd, but it was only $2, so worth it all day. Even if it never works, it'll look fine just looking cool up on the shelf. For $2 I'll take it. Moving on that same trip to the thrift store, we found Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. This is complete, and this is one that I never see out anywhere, but it's not like expensive or anything. It's not rare. It's just I don't ever see it, so it's rare sort of, but not actually rare. Anyway, it was $2 or $3 at the thrift store, and we'll go right in the PS2 collection. And that was it for thrift stores for a week or two at least there, but I happened to buy one yesterday and actually got a pretty decent haul. So here we go. We'll just pick them up. First we have Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops for the PlayStation Portable handheld gaming device. And unfortunately, you know, generic case, no manual, but pretty cool. Get the Metal Gear game on PSP. I didn't have that one already. Moving on, we are back in PS2 territory with Mark Echo's Getting Up, Contents Under Pressure. A graffiti tagging game from, I guess, the early 2000s when that was like a big thing in the culture. So, yep, here it is. It's complete. And all these were, they should have been like $4 or $5 a piece, I think, because they weren't like color of the week or anything, but the person rung me up for $2 a piece on these as well. So, hurrah. I'll take it. Extra bonus. So yeah, didn't have that in the collection. I had the Xbox version, but not PS2. Anyway, speaking of things I thought I had this in the collection, but it turns out I don't. The White Knight Chronicles 2 for the PlayStation 3, and it's complete. Has all sorts of, you know, stickers and stuff that I'll get off of there. But yeah, I don't know. Used to see this everywhere, and I really thought I'd already picked up a copy somewhere, but here we go. Now I have on the PlayStation 3. And they actually had kind of a bin of games at the thrift store this time, and I was digging through. Well, I mean, there wasn't that many to dig through, but I was kind of searching among them for, you know, what I didn't have in the collection already and what would be kind of valuable-ish. And so, like, the White Knight Chronicles was I don't know if it's not really valuable, but anyway, didn't have it in the collection. Moving on, Tenchu Wrath of Heaven for the PlayStation 2. Again, I have an Xbox version of this, but not, I believe, some Tenchu game on the Xbox. Anyway, PlayStation 2, Tenchu Wrath of Heaven, it's complete. Going in the PS2 collection, and it's, you know, black label. A lot of these may have had greatest hits versions, but it was cool to see so many black labels. And we picked up We Play. Now, everybody knows that We Play is not exactly worth money. I probably have 5 copies of it or something just waiting, ready to go. I make sure to send one along with every Wii system I ever sell. But I picked this up because when I checked it, it had a completely, as I kind of thought it might, I gave it a pretty good odds of having. It had a bonus disc of Wii Sports inside. So always check the Wii games, especially like the kind of generic Wii games like We Play and that sort of thing, because you may just find Wii Sports, which by itself is still going for like $18 or something these days. Used to be you would see them by the dozen in the thrift stores, but they kind of regained value a couple of years ago and have held on to it pretty well. So anyway, We Play $2 for that and the bonus disc of Wii Sports, which I'll be able to send along with a Wii bundle if ever I find another Wii out in the world, or I could just sell it by itself for $15, $18 or some such and pay back most of what I paid for all these games and stuff. If not, I mean, that'll cover a lot of it all by itself. Alright, moving on, we have Marvel Ultimate Alliance on the PlayStation 3, and it's complete. This has also kind of held its value. Like, a lot of PS3 games are more valuable compared to their 360 counterparts, you know? So, for whatever reason. So, like, Ultimate Alliance for 360 is not worth whatever it is on the PS3. So that's, I don't know, that's fine. I didn't actually have it in the collection for PS3 anyway, so it's just going on the shelf. But it's just an interesting thing to note. I considered passing on it because I didn't, you know, need it. But when I kind of looked it up on price charting, I'm like, oh, I can get that for $2. Sure, why not? Now, speaking of things that I do have, but they're still worth picking up, 50-cent Bulletproof. Now, this is not Blood on the Sand. I wish it was. I don't have that one. And I do have a copy of this already, but it's complete. And, you know, it sells for maybe 15 or so, and I got it for 2, so that's cool. So I'll check between this and the one I have on the shelf, pick out the, you know, the best components and keep it for myself, and sell the rest. Sell whatever's left over for however much I can to help pay back what I spent. That's how we do. Moving on. All right, here's something that I did not think I was going to pick up until I actually investigated it more closely, and it's not because of any particular value, but anyway, it's Assassin's Creed Greatest Hits. Like, this goes for like $2 on price charting, and I'm not even into the Assassin's Creed games anyway, so I was definitely going to pass on this, but then I noticed that it was factory sealed. So now we're talking. This will go in my sealed games box and stay there forever. But that's okay. It's you know, preserving a sealed copy of the Greatest Hits version of Assassin's Creed for PS3. That's the least I can do. It's only worth like 15 in this new condition anyway, so no big deal. But worth picking up because it's sealed. There may be a huge crash soon as all this stuff falls over. Alright, next, Onimusha 2 for the PlayStation 2. I do already have a copy of this, but the copy I have is Greatest Hits, so this will swap out as the, you know, Black Label upgrade. And then I'll sell the Greatest Hits that I already had. It only goes for $10 or so, but I like to have Black Label stuff. I like it better than the funky red labels of the Greatest Hits line, so this will be a cool little upgrade for the shelf. Now this is the one I was like most excited about seeing there. Spawn Armageddon. I don't know if this game is any good. I suspect it's probably not great. I remember Angry Video Game Nerd had a whole Spawn episode and he played this, but I don't remember if this was the one that was like an okay beat 'em up or one of the ones that was just garbage. Either way, it's kind of moot because Spawn Armageddon on the outside, Spawn the Eternal on the inside, and that's the PlayStation 1 game, which I'm almost certain is one of the garbage ones. I don't know. Anyway, so I was disappointed. I mean, it's still a Spawn game that I could play on my PlayStation 2, I suppose, so fine. But disappointed that it didn't have the proper game, but hey, at least I get the PS1 game, so that's fine. And so now I'll just be on the lookout for a loose disc of Spawn Armageddon. Also, it doesn't have a manual, that's too bad. And I'll be looking out for an empty case for Spawn the Eternal. But there we go. So that was $2 to add this bit of business to the collection. Now, speaking of PS1 games, this was my favorite thing picking up from that lot, from that kind of tub at the thrift store. Chessmaster 3D for the PlayStation 1 in complete long box form. This is the kind that has the like drawn on ridges instead of the actual ridges, so that's an interesting little cost cutting thing I think they did. They used to be like the original, the older long boxes used to have this textured ridges here, I do believe. I can't be 100% certain, but I think that's the deal. Anyway, so now I have 2 PS1 long box games. My other one's like a hockey game or something. But this one is like fully complete. So it has the manual, and it has the game, and it even has the protective foam piece. So that's pretty cool. It's Chessmaster. It's, not something I'm gonna fire up on a daily basis or anything, but pretty cool to add this to the long box PS1 collection. So now I'll have 2. And again, it was $2 at the thrift store. Alright, that seems to be it. Maybe we'll be getting back to yard sales pretty soon. I mean, it's not going to get any cooler anytime soon outside, but hopefully we'll figure out a way to get out to the yard sales. And the thrift stores are still in range, so I can get some trips to the thrift stores and hopefully keep building the collection. But the next thing on the agenda is the trip to the Southeast Game Exchange coming up in just a couple of days. So I'm super excited about that, and I will make sure to bring you all the action from Game Exchange, from Siege, and recap everything I pick up and all that good stuff whenever that has all gone down. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And if you like what you see, go ahead and hit the like. The drill. Comment. I love comments. And subscribe if you want to. And we'll see you next time. Thanks again. Bye.